Elon Musk doesn't have a morning routine. He has controlled chaos. He wakes up around 7 a.m., no earlier. He sleeps approximately 6 hours, doesn't eat breakfast most days, and runs 5 companies simultaneously while being worth over $250 billion, making him one of the richest individuals ever recorded. But here's what nobody tells you. Elon doesn't optimize for productivity. He optimizes for decisions. There's one metric he tracks obsessively that determines which companies get his time each day, and it's not profit, revenue, or stock price. We'll reveal what that is in a few minutes. At 52 years old, he works 80 to 100 hours a week, runs Tesla, SpaceX, X, formerly Twitter, Neuralink, and The Boring Company. He's the first person to reach $300 billion net worth. But here's the detail that reveals everything about how he actually operates. Elon is famously known for using 5-minute time blocks during peak workload periods. But there's one type of meeting he absolutely refuses to schedule. Ever. Cancel it once, and you're likely done working with him. What is it, and why is it so important? He owns approximately $100 billion in Tesla stock, $50+ billion in SpaceX equity, and assets in multiple other ventures. His wealth fluctuates by billions per day based on stock movements. But there's one purchase he made in 2022 that lost an estimated $30+ billion in value within a year. And he'd make that same decision again. Why? And here's what's most controversial. Elon Musk sleeps on the factory floor. Not occasionally. During critical production phases, he brings a sleeping bag to the Tesla factory and sleeps under his desk or on the couch. There's a specific strategic reason why sleeping at the office makes him more effective. We'll explain the psychology soon. From a South African kid reading sci-fi books to the man colonizing Mars and revolutionizing electric vehicles. This is Be Like Elon Musk. Everything you need to understand how he structures chaos, makes billion-dollar decisions, and operates at a pace that would destroy most people. June 28, 1971, Pretoria, South Africa. Elon Reeve Musk is born to an engineer father and a model/dietitian mother. Early signs: reading encyclopedias at age 9, teaching himself computer programming at 10, selling his first video game code, Blaster, at age 12 for $500. But here's what separates him from other smart kids. He wasn't just learning. He was obsessed with first principles thinking and questioning everything. Childhood in South Africa wasn't easy. He was bullied severely, once hospitalized after being thrown down a flight of stairs. He describes his father as evil and has a complicated, painful relationship with him. His escape? Books. He read constantly as a child. Science fiction, biographies, encyclopedias. Isaac Asimov, Douglas Adams, Robert Heinlein. At age 17, he moves to Canada, which is his mother's birthplace, to avoid South African military service and find opportunity. Works odd jobs, cleans boilers, cuts logs. Anything to survive. 1992. Transfers to University of Pennsylvania. Double major, physics and economics. This combination is critical. Physics teaches him how things work at fundamental levels. Economics teaches him how systems scale. 1995. Accepted to Stanford for a PhD in energy physics. Shows up, attends for 2 days, drops out. Why? The internet is exploding. He sees an opportunity that won't wait. Zip2, 1995 to 1999. Co-founds with his brother Kimball. Online city guide or maps. Investors force him out as CEO. He's too aggressive. Company sells to Compaq for $307 million. Elon share? $22 million. He's 27 years old. X.com or PayPal. 1999 to 2002. Uses his Zip2 money to found X.com, an online bank. Merges with Confinity, Peter Thiel's company, which has a product called PayPal. Power struggles ensue. Elon is ousted as CEO while on his honeymoon, but he's still the largest shareholder. 2002, eBay buys PayPal for $1.5 billion. Elon share? $180 million. He's 31 years old. Most people would retire. Elon? He goes all in on his actual obsessions. SpaceX, 2002 to present. Uses $100 million of his PayPal money. Goal? To make humanity multi-planetary. Everyone in aerospace thinks he's insane. You'll lose everything, they say. First 3 rocket launches fail. He's down to his last $30 million. Fourth launch, 2008. Success. NASA notices. Awards SpaceX a $1.6 billion commercial resupply services contract shortly after the successful Falcon 1 launch. Today, SpaceX dominates commercial space. Starship is the most powerful rocket ever built. Mars colonization is the goal. Tesla, 2004 to present. Doesn't found Tesla, invests $6.5 million in 2024 as chairman. But production hell nearly kills the company. 2008 financial crisis. Tesla is weeks from bankruptcy. Elon takes over as CEO, invests his last personal money to keep it alive, sleeps on the factory floor. 2024, Tesla's valuation has climbed as high as $1 trillion and fluctuates in the hundreds of billions. Electric vehicles are mainstream because of him. Solar City or solar panels. 2006. Helps cousins start it. Tesla acquires it in 2016 for $2.6 billion. Neuralink, 2016. Brain-computer interfaces. Paralyzed people controlling computers with thoughts. Already in human trials. The Boring Company, 2016. Tunnels to solve traffic. Started as a joke, now a real company. X or Twitter, 2022. That estimated $30+ billion loss? Twitter. He bought it for $44 billion in October 2022. By 2023, valuations estimated it had lost $25 to $30+ billion in value. Ad revenue collapsed. Controversy everywhere. Critics said he destroyed it. But Elon said he bought it to protect free speech and believes its cultural influence justifies the financial loss. He calls it the de facto town square. He's not optimizing for short-term profit. He's playing for long-term control of public discourse infrastructure. That's worth losing billions to him. 2024. Elon is worth $250+ billion. Richest person in history. But here's what people miss. He's not optimizing for wealth. He's optimizing for civilizational impact. Elon Musk doesn't have one routine. He has 5 company routines running in parallel. Wake up 6 to 7 a.m., depending on the night before. He's not a morning person. Never has been. Doesn't romanticize 4 a.m. wake-ups. First action? Check phone. Immediately. SpaceX telemetry. X or Twitter trending topics. Overnight emails from his 100,000+ workforce. He's scanning for fires to put out. The first thing he checks? SpaceX launch and telemetry updates. Real-time rocket data can mean the difference between a $100 million rocket succeeding or exploding. This single priority reveals what he actually cares about most. We'll explain why soon. Breakfast? Usually skips it. If he eats, it's fast. Coffee, maybe an omelet if someone makes it. Food isn't optimized. It's functional interruption. Shower? Thinks in the shower. Some of his best ideas come here. He's described it as thinking time. Kids? He has 11 children. 1 died in infancy. Mornings sometimes include getting kids ready for school. He's described trying to be present for them despite the chaos. That metric he tracks obsessively? Crisis level. Not profit or revenue. Crisis. Whichever company has the most urgent existential threat gets his time that day. Production bottleneck at Tesla? He's there. Rocket explosion at SpaceX? He's there. Advisor exodus at X? He's there. He allocates himself to the biggest fire. Most CEOs avoid crises. Elon runs toward them. Why does he check SpaceX telemetry first? Because rockets are the highest stakes, lowest margin for error work he does. A software bug at Twitter costs ad revenue. A software bug at SpaceX costs $1 million and potentially lives. SpaceX is his North Star, making humanity multi-planetary. Everything else, even Tesla, is secondary to that mission. The first data he sees each morning tells him if his life's purpose is on track or in danger. Time blocking. Often uses 5-minute increments during peak periods. Meetings back-to-back. No wasted time. The meeting type he refuses? Status update meetings. If you're scheduling time to update him, you're gone. Why? Email is asynchronous. Meetings are synchronous. Status updates are for people who can't write clearly. He demands written memos instead. Meetings are only for solving problems or making decisions, never for information transfer that could be an email. Work distribution. Typically 42 hours per week at Tesla, 40 hours per week at SpaceX. Remaining time split between other companies. But during crises, he'll do 100-plus hour weeks at one company. He runs meetings with brutal efficiency. Everyone stands, no one gets comfortable. If you're not needed, leave immediately. Disagree directly or don't attend. No PowerPoint presentations. He hates them. Too much time making slides, not enough thinking. Elon has a meeting rule that's infamous. If you're in a meeting that's wasting your time, you're obligated to leave, even if Elon himself is talking. Walk out mid-sentence if needed. Why does he encourage this, and what does it reveal about how he thinks? Often skipped or eaten in 5 minutes during meetings. Frequently, meetings are scheduled over lunch. Food equals fuel, not experience. When does he eat? When he does eat, barbecue, French food, whiskey, or Diet Coke. Not health optimized. He's admitted his diet is terrible. 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Continues meetings, emails, walking the factory floors, engineering reviews. Elon has said he spends the majority of his time, often claiming 70 to 80%, on one specific activity that most CEOs delegate entirely. It's not meetings, it's not strategy. It's hands-on work that shocks people when they learn what it is. Engineering deep dives. He's not just CEO, he's chief engineer at SpaceX. He understands rocket science, battery chemistry, AI training architectures, manufacturing processes at granular levels. Works until midnight regularly, sometimes 1 to 2 a.m. Why does he sleep on the factory floor during critical phases? Proximity creates accountability. When engineers know Elon is sleeping 50 feet away and will check their work at 2 a.m., they perform differently. It's not about him getting more sleep. It's about signaling, we're in this together, and I'm not asking you to do anything I won't do. It also eliminates commute time. If there's a 3 a.m. production issue, he's there in 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. Time is the constraint. Sleep, 6 hours average, sometimes 4 during crises. He's tried less. Says below 6 hours destroys his cognitive performance and decision-making quality. He's learned his limits. Elon is adamant about one specific sleep requirement that he refuses to compromise on, even during the most intense crises. It's tied directly to his ability to make billion-dollar decisions. What is it? Elon doesn't optimize for balance. He optimizes for impact. His routine isn't sustainable for most people, and he knows it. But he's not trying to live a long, relaxed life. He's trying to make humanity multiplanetary before he dies. Elon Musk makes decisions differently than anyone else. Most people reason by analogy. We do it this way because that's how it's always been done. Elon reasons from first principles. What are the fundamental truths? If we started from scratch knowing only physics, what would we do? Example, rockets are expensive because they're disposable. First principles? Why throw away $1 million machine after one use? Physics doesn't require it. Engineering challenge. Make them reusable. SpaceX now lands and reuses rockets. Industry transformed. All thinking is broken into 5-minute blocks. If a problem takes longer than 5 minutes to think through, it needs to be broken into smaller problems. If you're not failing, you're not innovating fast enough. SpaceX blows up rockets regularly during testing. Each failure is data. Iterate fast, fail fast, learn fast. Every process at his companies must justify its existence constantly. Elon has a specific rule. If you haven't deleted or removed at least 10% of a process recently, you haven't removed enough. Why 10%? And what does this reveal about organizational bloat? Before optimizing any process, first question: should this process exist at all? Delete, then simplify, then automate. In that order. Tesla doesn't just assemble cars. They manufacture batteries, motors, software, charging networks, and insurance. Why? Control and speed. Every dependency on suppliers is a point of failure and delay. SpaceX builds engines, avionics, life support, everything in-house. Everything in-house. Elon wants zero external dependencies. Elon interviews people personally, even engineers. His question? Tell me more about the hardest problem you've solved. If you can't explain your work at a fundamental level, you don't understand it. He's testing for first principles thinking. That activity Elon spends 80% of his time on? Engineering and design work. He's hands-on with technical decisions. At SpaceX, he's chief engineer, reviewing propulsion designs, material science, software architecture. At Tesla, he's involved in manufacturing line optimization, battery chemistry, and software updates. Most CEOs delegate all technical work. Elon dives into it. Why? I didn't want to be a CEO. I wanted to solve problems. He's an engineer who happens to run companies, not a manager who oversees engineers. Elon Musk's lifestyle is unconventional. For years, owned multiple mansions in Bel Air, California, worth $100+ million combined. 2020, announces he's selling all physical possessions. I'm selling almost all physical possessions. I will own no house. Follows through. Sells all homes. Now, he said he rents a roughly $50,000 boxable unit near Starbase in Texas. The reports vary on whether it's used personally or for guests. Approximately 400 square feet. Prefab tiny house design. Why the downsizing? Possessions weigh you down. He wants capital allocated to Mars and sustainable energy, not real estate. But there's one luxury asset Elon refuses to give up, despite his no possessions philosophy. It's not a house, not a car. It's something that costs him tens of millions annually, but he considers non-negotiable. What is it? Drives Teslas, obviously. Has driven Tesla Model X, Model 3, Cybertruck prototypes. Also has owned over the years a McLaren F1 from his PayPal days, later crashed it while uninsured, documented incident. A Lotus Esprit submarine car from the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, bought at auction. But mostly Tesla products. He uses what he builds. Diet? Admits it's not good. Barbecue, French food, Diet Coke, whiskey, omelets. He has joked about liking chocolate and sweet snacks. Exercise? Inconsistent. Lifts weights occasionally, jiu-jitsu briefly, but not a fitness person. I'd rather be working. That non-negotiable sleep requirement? 6 hours minimum. Elon has said repeatedly, below 6 hours, his decision-making quality collapses. He's tried operating on less during intense periods and found it counterproductive. For someone making billion-dollar decisions daily, cognitive performance isn't optional. 6 hours is the floor. He refuses to compromise below it, even during the most intense production pushes. Decision quality is greater than working more hours on degraded cognition. Health optimization, minimal compared to other billionaires. Doesn't do ice baths, extreme fasting, biohacking protocols. His body is a vehicle for his brain. That activity Elon claims to spend 70 to 80% of his time on? Engineering and design work. He's hands-on with technical decisions. At SpaceX, he's chief engineer, reviewing propulsion designs, material science, software architecture. At Tesla, he's involved in manufacturing line optimization, battery chemistry, software updates. Most CEOs delegate all technical work. Elon dives into it. Why? I didn't want to be a CEO. I wanted to solve problems. He's an engineer who happens to run companies, not a manager who oversees engineers. Married 3 times, twice to the same woman, actress Tallulah Riley. Dated musician Grimes, had 2 children together. Recently had twins with Neuralink executive Siobhan Zillis. 11 children total. He's spoken about population collapse being a civilizational risk and wanting to set a good example. Relationships are complicated. He admitted work obsessions make relationships difficult. If I'm not in love, I'm not happy. Voracious reader as a kid. Still reads, but less now. Absorbs information through conversations with experts, engineering reviews, first-hand experimentation. He learns by building. Reading about rockets is fine. Building one teaches you more. Twitter or X is his platform. Posts constantly. Memes, product updates, arguments with critics. Shitposting at 2 a.m. Some posts tank Tesla stock. Some announce product launches. It's chaotic and unfiltered. He doesn't have a social media team vetting posts. It's just him. Critics say it's unprofessional. Elon says it's authentic. Elon Musk's wealth is almost entirely in company equity, not cash. Market cap fluctuates wildly, has reached over $1 trillion. Elon owns roughly 13%, equivalent to approximately $100+ billion in value, depending on stock price. SpaceX, estimated $150+ billion valuation, private. Elon owns approximately 40 to 45%, depending on share class, equivalent to $60 to $70+ billion. Twitter, he paid $44 billion, now estimated at $15 to $20 billion by various analysts. Lost approximately $25 to $30 billion in estimated value. He has said it's about free speech and cultural influence, not profit. Neuralink, private, estimated $5+ billion. Elon owns significant stake. The Boring Company, private, estimated $5+ billion. Elon owns significant stake. Total net worth fluctuates between $200 to $300 billion, depending on Tesla's stock price. Currently around $250 billion as of late 2024. He's been the richest person alive, then lost $200 billion when Tesla stock crashed, then gained it back. Wealth swings by tens of billions per week. That one luxury he won't give up? Private jets. Owns a Gulfstream G650ER, estimated $70 million, and a Gulfstream G550. Combined costs tens of millions annually in operating expenses, like fuel, crew, maintenance, and hangar. But it saves time. When you're running 5 companies across multiple states, California, Texas, and Florida, commercial flights are impossible. Time is the only resource he can't manufacture, so he spends millions annually to buy hours. Tesla CEO salary, $0. He takes no salary. Instead, stock options tied to audacious performance targets. If Tesla hits certain milestones, valuation, production, or profitability, he gets stock. He's hit many of them. Became the richest person alive from performance-based compensation, not salary. Money is just data points in a database. It's not real. What's real is making stuff that improves lives. He's committed most of his wealth to his companies. If Tesla or SpaceX fails, he loses everything. He's all in. Elon Musk operates from a specific set of principles. Number 1, humanity must become multi-planetary. This is his North Star. Earth is the cradle of humanity, but no one can live in the cradle forever. He believes human extinction is inevitable if we stay on one planet. Asteroid, nuclear war, climate catastrophe, AI. Mars is insurance. Number 2, sustainable energy is existential. Climate change is real. Fossil fuels are finite. Electric vehicles, solar power, and battery storage are the only path forward. Tesla exists to accelerate this transition. Number 3, AI is dangerous but necessary. Co-founded OpenAI, later left, started xAI, believes AI could destroy humanity, but also that we need it. His approach? Build AI we can control, Neuralink, or build AI that's beneficial, xAI with open source approach. Number 4, free speech is foundational. Why he bought Twitter? I don't care about the economics. Free speech is the bedrock of democracy. If that's controlled, democracy is an illusion. Controversial. He's reinstated banned accounts, reduced content moderation. Critics say it's enabling hate speech. Elon says it's protecting open discourse. Number 5. Thoughtful regulation, not bureaucracy. He frequently criticizes excessive regulation that he believes stifles innovation, particularly from FFA, delaying SpaceX launches, SEC, Tesla stock tweets, NHTSA, autopilot investigations. But he also advocated for targeted AI regulation, saying some oversight is necessary for existential risks. His stance? Regulation should protect against real dangers, not create bureaucratic slowdowns. Number 6. Work like hell. Work like hell. If others are working 40 hours per week and you're working 100, you'll achieve in 4 months what takes them a year. He doesn't believe in work-life balance. Nobody changed the world in 40 hours per week. Number 7. Physics is the law. Everything else is a recommendation. Engineering is about physics. Finance, management, social norms, all negotiable. Physics isn't. Build from physics up. Why the 10% deletion rule? Elon found that organizations naturally accumulate bureaucracy. Processes that made sense at 100 employees become bloat at 10,000 employees. But people are afraid to delete them. That might be important, so he forces deletion. If you haven't removed 10% recently, you haven't tried hard enough. It's easier to add back a deleted process than to remove an entrenched one. Deletion forces justification. Most processes can't justify existing. Why encourage people to walk out of meetings? Because most meetings are wastes of time for most attendees. If 8 people are in a meeting but only 3 are needed, 5 people are wasting time. Elon wants those 5 people to leave and do useful work. Walking out isn't rude, it's efficient. You're not doing anyone a favor by staying in a meeting you're not contributing to. It's permission to prioritize impact over politeness. The goal is not to have a comfortable life. The goal is to maximize the probability that humanity becomes multiplanetary and consciousness continues. That's not normal. That's not balanced. But that's Elon. This is the complete blueprint. Not just Elon's routine, but his system. He doesn't wake up early for discipline. He wakes up to solve civilizational problems. He doesn't optimize for health or balance. He optimizes for impact. You can't copy his schedule. You probably shouldn't. But you can copy his principles. Number 1. First principles thinking. Question everything. Start from fundamental truths, not inherited assumptions. Number 2. Allocate to the biggest fire. Go where the crisis is. That's where you're needed most. Just like how we saw Ronaldo allocating to injury prevention and recovery. Elite performers allocate resources strategically. Number 3. Delete before you optimize. Processes accumulate. Delete 10% regularly or bureaucracy wins. Number 4. No status update meetings. If it can be written, write it. Meetings are for decisions. Number 5. Speed is greater than perfection. Iterate fast, fail fast, learn fast. Perfect is the enemy of done. Number 6. Be hands-on. Even if you lead, stay technical. Stay close to the work. And number 7. Time is the only constraint. Optimize for it ruthlessly. Everything else can be manufactured. If you found value in this breakdown, watch our complete Taylor Swift analysis. How she architects comebacks and controls narratives through strategic eras. Both Elon and Taylor master narrative control in completely different ways. And check out Cristiano Ronaldo's 1.3 million monthly system. How he reverse engineers aging and optimizes his body like Elon optimizes companies. Next week, be like Jeff Bezos. His 10,000-year thinking. His 2-pizza team rule. His obsession with day one culture. And why he believes most decisions are reversible, so make them fast. Who should we feature next? Comment below. Subscribe. Join a community studying excellence at the extremes. This is Be Like. We break down the systems behind extraordinary performance. Let's build your best self.